From Sacred Heart University in Fairfield, Connecticut, this is The Pulse.
Hello, my name is Yasmin Rodriguez.
And my name is Genesis Aquino. Welcome to the Pulse Plus.
The beginning of the school year brings excitement, anticipation, and sometimes anxiety. Students attending a local church in Monroe, Connecticut will be heading back to school with more than just school supplies. Here's Amy with the story.
On Sunday, September 9th, the United Methodist Church of Monroe had a particularly special blessing as part of their Rally Day celebration to start off the Sunday school year. Pastor Mark Allen of UMC Monroe explained to me the significance of the blessing of the backpacks.
During the service, in the place of the children's time, we had the children bring their backpacks up, and they sit around in a circle, and then we go ahead and actually say the prayer to bless the backpacks and the children, and we also include the teachers as well.
Provide for us your guidance, that we may be teachers and learners together. Believing that you are in our midst, we set apart those who would serve in our church school.
Blessing of the backpacks is about dedicating the backpacks for the students' use through the school year, and also about blessing the children. If we bless them, they can go out into the world and be a blessing to the world.
Not only are the backpacks of the church members blessed, but backpacks that are collected throughout July and August, which are then donated to a local mission, are blessed as well. Missions Chairperson Tanya Lennon elaborated on the relationship.
Our missions committee here at church has an ongoing relationship with Covenant to Care. Covenant to Care is an organization based out of New Haven and Hartford that works with social workers in the state, and specifically with children that go into foster care. Because a lot of times when the kids show up and are being put into a placement, they literally have just the clothes on their backs. So Covenant to Care is a way that provides the kids and their foster families with the basics that they need to start the school year right and have clothes and food and things that they need. So we've been collecting backpacks for a number of years. So we find out how many kids each year are in need of backpacks, and we get the word out and we collect the backpacks and any supplies that they need and deliver them to Covenant to Care in time for the first day of school, so the kids that are in foster care have a fresh start to the school year.
In typical UMC Monroe fashion, the joyous occasion of Rally Day was celebrated with a potluck lunch during the coffee hour slot. Members of all ages interact and share news from the week, and many shared their excitement about the academic and Sunday school year to come. Pastor Mark explained why it is so important to keep the children involved and appreciated in the church.
There's so much hatred in the world with the kids. When they learn love at church, they go out into the world and they live it out. Here at the United Methodist Church of Monroe, we truly embrace the United Methodist motto of open hearts, open minds, open doors, and everyone is welcome. We're excited about getting all of our programs kicking off again with the Sunday school and the youth group and all of the different programs of the church. Our church is very involved in the community, in ministry to the people and missions, and we're looking forward to getting that started again.
For more information on happenings at the UMC of Monroe, visit their website at www.umcmonroe.org or stop by on Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. for worship. For the Pulse Plus, I'm Amy Rapold.
For some people, riding motorcycles is just a hobby. To some, it's a midlife crisis. But for many, riding motorcycles means gaining a new family and lifelong memories. One group in particular is the Latin American Motorcycle Association in Newark, New Jersey. Here's Yasmin with the story.
My name is Delvis Rodriguez. I'm the treasurer of the Newark chapter of the Latin American Motorcycle Association, commonly known as LAMA Newark. We are one chapter of many throughout the country and throughout the world. The Latin American Motorcycle Association has over 10,000 members throughout the world. We're a non-profit motorcycle organization whose goal is to raise funds to help charities and, more importantly, to ride. We ride a lot. We ride throughout the state. We ride throughout the country. We've ridden to national conventions in Tennessee, Arkansas, Chicago, Sturgis, South Dakota, and we've flown out to international conventions in Puerto Rico, the Dominican Republic, Peru, Argentina, and throughout the world. Chapter runs an annual event called Llama Fest, and through the funds accrued from that event, we typically give donations out to organizations such as Autism Speaks, the Wounded Warrior Project. The last couple of years we've given to the Make-A-Wish Foundation of New Jersey.
My name is Delvis Rodriguez. I'm the treasurer for the Newark chapter of the Latin American Motorcycle Association. We're a nonprofit organization that unites with various nonprofit organizations in the area. In this case, we're combining forces with Hogs for Paws. On June 9th, we'll be riding into the World Dog Expo at the Meadowlands Convention Center. We'll be leaving Hannum Harley-Davidson. There'll be a check-in from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. So you can sign up there. It's $40 per rider and $10 per passenger. And we'll be taking a police-escorted ride through scenic parts of New Jersey. It should be a great ride. We look forward to having all of you come out and join us.
June 9th, come ride with us to the World Dog Expo.
Best part of being a llama is the camaraderie amongst all of our friends, and you make friends at the very beginning, and as time goes along and you make these trips with people, they become your brothers. So as the treasurer of Llama Newark, I obviously am in charge of and responsible for all the funds. Our members pay monthly dues. Throughout the month, we do receive donations sometimes from other organizations so that we can give to charity as well. We raise funds through raffle tickets, we raise funds through voluntary softball games, we raise funds through bus rides to Atlantic City. So it's my responsibility to bring all those funds together, dispense out any checks that have to be dispensed, and basically manage the money for the organization. We do have a clubhouse. Lots of the money that we've allocated has gone towards the clubhouse. So it's my responsibility to also pay rent on the clubhouse and utilities and what have you. Favorite trip I've taken thus far, probably the most recent trip I've taken was to Arkansas. It was a 10-day trip. We started off 1 day in Virginia. We went 3 days in Tennessee, 3 days in Arkansas, back up to Ohio, and then home to New Jersey. It was over 3,000 miles accrued. We spent 3 days in Tennessee because the legendary Dragon's Tail is down there, and it's 318 turns and 11 miles, and if you love twisties, then you have to do Dragon's Tail at some point in your life. So back roads, twisties are fantastic. Getting there on the highway is great, but at the end of the day, back roads are the best.
Wow, Yasmin, it's so great to see a motorcycle association have such a positive impact on the community.
I know firsthand just how serious they take it. They try not to have that negative stigma surrounding their association, so they really take their charities to heart.
That's great. When we come back, learn about the most important month in the Muslim faith and take a look at what 3 local residents did when life gave them lemons.
I started at Sacred Heart University in 1999.
It's been incredible to see the changes we've gone through.
Clearly we were on a growth path for many years, and I think all the signs were leading towards us becoming a school.
Being a school of communications allows us a lot of flexibility.
It makes us more competitive with other schools.
It's like we've really arrived, and I think we got here because of the great students who came before and kind of brought us to this point.
Becoming a school really acknowledges all the amazing work that our students, our staff, and faculty do.
Students get involved immediately here. You don't have to wait until you're a junior. You could come in as a freshman and get involved. We have organizations and clubs.
It's very much about the future. So it really is about what we can do moving forward. That this is going to set us up so that our graduate programs are going to be able to grow and improve, that our undergraduate programs are going to grow and build.
All that's going to help us do what we've been doing all along even better.
Welcome back to the Pulse Plus.
Once a year, Muslims around the world observe Ramadan, the 9th and holiest month of the Islamic calendar, by fasting, praying, and reading the Quran. Here's Mohammed and Dave with the story.
Once a year, Muslims around the world observe Ramadan. Ramadan is the 9th month in the Islamic calendar. According to the sacred text of Islam, the Quran, Prophet Muhammad first received his revelations from God during the month of Ramadan. For this reason, Ramadan is regarded as the holiest month of the year.
The primary custom associated with Ramadan is fasting, which is going without eating, drinking, smoking, and activities harmful to the body, including causing stress through swearing and arguing. Muslims are required to fast each day from sunrise to sunset. Meals may be eaten before sunrise each day called suhoor, and after sunset each evening called iftar. Muslims are also supposed to spend additional time praying and giving charity to the poor people during Ramadan. Muslims are also encouraged to read the Quran during Ramadan.
Ramadan is a very special time of the year. It's not only brings my family together, but brings the entire Muslim community together. I love seeing the people, they come together, they're smiling, they're talking with each other. Not just that, it's the time to reflect on ourselves. We as a people always tend to do things and we never reflect. Ramadan brings us closer to God and makes us reflect on our past, which I like a lot, because at the end of Ramadan, I feel like I'm a better person. I try to not make mistakes. We all make mistakes. But, you know, I feel like Ramadan tries to make you not just a better person, but a more spiritual person, and really focus on the stuff that matters in life, not material things, more spiritual, like the Holy Book, being kind to people, giving charity. And that's the most important part of Ramadan, not just the fasting, it's also giving the charity and feeling how the poor people feel. And that's what I really love about Ramadan. So it's only 1 month during the year, but I wish it was more than that.
There are some who are exempt from fasting: the elderly, small children, women who are pregnant, or those who are ill or injured are exempt from the daily fasting. However, in the case of pregnant women or those who are ill or injured, they will be expected to make up their fasting time once they are physically capable.
Ramadan is a month which is very beautiful, and it's very easy for the people, especially if they're young or old. Ramadan allows them to lay off and have ease, right? They don't have to fast, and it makes it very easy for them. And it starts when you reach, for kids, when you reach a certain age, when you reach puberty, and that's how it starts. And it's very good because, you know, people come together this month and we're all friendly, alhamdulillah, and we say, you know, salam, we give peace to each other, and we have gatherings and parties, and we bring food to each other, and we eat together in the masjid, right? And it's basically a time where the whole community comes together.
Lemonade stands are great for some extra cash, but 3 Shelton residents have taken this concept and used it to make money for a greater cause. Our own Genesis has the story.
Hi, I'm Megan. I'm 13 years old and I'm from Shelton, Connecticut, and I'm one of the 3 people in 3 for Faith. 3 for Faith started with my 2 best friends, Alex and Emma. Their little cousin had cancer and they wanted to help spread the message to help other kids with cancer. and that first year they raised about $500, and then I wanted to help out too, so we joined together to make Three for Faith. For the few first years, we donated to Yale Children's Hospital, but in the past 2 years, we've decided to donate to Make-A-Wish. We advertised through social media, like local businesses posted about it. We had flyers hanging in local businesses, and we just kind of spread the word any way we could. But then like other places started, you know, spreading the word. Make-A-Wish posted something this year, and it was really, really cool. It's just like the community really helps make it bigger, and like spreading the word, like, and then it just like gets into the newspapers because they just get really involved. Writers want to write about it. It's really cool. So we pretty much start off with a meeting about what we're gonna sell, how many things we need to buy to make this happen, and then we just start getting going with making like the homemade crafts, and then maybe sometimes we'll come up with a new idea and we'll start doing that, and then by the end of it we're making lemonade, and the next day we're got the stand started. A lot of people want to help. Like each year more and more people want to help. Each year they keep coming back, maybe like giving more. They're just really helpful, and they really help it like be what it is today. And yeah, we're very thankful for them. We've had a lot of help from our parents. They pay for a lot of like the lemons and sugar, and they help squeeze the lemonade. And we've also had help from like local like businesses. They've donated gift cards. They've like donated tents and tables, all to help make it like come to life. We've raised pretty much like $20,000 around there, which is really, really amazing. We're definitely planning to do another lemonade stand. It's probably gonna be sometime this summer. You can find out information by following our social medias. We have one on Instagram, and we have a Facebook account. On Facebook, it's Three for Faith, and then on Instagram, it's _Three for Faith. And you can find out more information about what's happening. Maybe something will come up in the middle of the year. We don't really know yet, but definitely something exciting.
That was such a great story.
Yeah, it definitely was so cool to see such young kids help with such an important cause.
Absolutely. When we come back, we hit the road with a local food truck entrepreneur.
Welcome back to the Pulse Plus.
Benjamin Bojor got his start in the food industry 12 years ago. His popular food truck, Cowabunga, can be found in Fairfield and Westchester counties. Our reporter Lubaba has the story.
Hello, my name is Benjamin Bojor, and this is my food truck, Cowabunga. We serve local grass-fed burgers, delicious French fries, hot dogs, steak sandwiches, veggie burgers, and more. I got my start in this food industry about 12 years ago as a Good Humor ice cream man, selling ice cream and doing private parties and events. 6 years ago, in 2013, I started the Cowabunga food truck. Now I operate the Good Humor ice cream truck and 2 Cowabunga food trucks, and we cater private parties and events all over Fairfield and Westchester County. Today we're catering a private party for a bunch of little kids. End of the school year party. You know, we're gonna give them a bunch of burgers and hot dogs and fries, and they're gonna love it. They're gonna play on the bounce house. It's a great day. We're available at www.bensicecreamtruck.com. as well as www.cowabungafoodtruck.com. So back in 2008, I was graduating college from Southern Connecticut State University. I was studying media studies. I wanted to get a job in sports media. However, at the time, the economy was in shambles, and I was driving my Good Humor ice cream truck in the summer. An opportunity presented itself to buy a Good Humor ice cream truck company with numerous trucks, and I jumped at that opportunity and I started Ben's Ice Cream Truck back in 2010. I still operate that business today, but about 6 years ago, I drove down to Miami, Florida for the winter because I didn't have a job in the winter because I was an ice cream man. So I found an old bread van, I packed up my bags for Miami, and I drove a big box van from Miami to Connecticut, and I had it turned into a food truck. Now 6 years later, I added the burger bus, and I have 2 food trucks running, and I couldn't have been more happy with my choice. Yes, I could have gone into the corporate world, and that route wasn't for me. That's not who I am. I ended up being an entrepreneur, owning 3 food trucks, 2 different companies. I love my job and I love my life, and I wouldn't change it for any other anything. What sets us apart is the fact that we use high quality ground-fed beef. All of our beef comes from local farmers that raise their animals in a humane way. They feed them nothing but grass, so they're grass-fed. No GMOs, nothing served, so it's good, fresh, local, organic, grass-fed beef. When you take a bite into one of our burgers, you will taste the difference and you will know that it's not a fast food burger. It's a Cowabunga burger. So everybody wants to get into the food truck business these days. They think it's fast, quick, easy money, but that's not the case. It's a very hard job. The biggest problem is we operate out of a food truck, so we don't have a store to work out of. That means we can't get food delivered in bulk. So everything that we get off the truck, I go and purchase from the distributors in the stores myself. I get my grass-fed beef, I get my fresh produce, and I have different vendors for that, so I'm driving around all the time picking up my supplies. When I was in high school, I just kind of went through the motions and I didn't take school that seriously. But now that I'm an adult with my own business, I think the most important thing is when you're in high school, identify and find what you love, what you're passionate about, and what you're good at. And if you could make a business out of that and actually make money doing something you love, that's the best advice I have for you, is find what you're good at and focus all of your energy onto doing that. And if you do that, you'll have a great job that you love and that is successful.
That's all the news we have for now. I'm Yasmin Rodriguez.
And I'm Genesis Aquino. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on The Pulse Plus.